Another in my series of videos on why Jewish apologetics are so bad. This is Rabbi Benzion Shafier talking about proof that the Torah is true.
There are many, many proofs that God gave the Torah on Sinai.
Not really. I keep hearing the same one or two proofs over and over again, and they are terrible. It's basically always the Kuzari proof from tradition and the uniqueness of the Sinai myth argument, which is barely an argument at all.
The fact that 3 million people were gathered there and told their children, that type of event can't be falsified.
Well, first of all, when you say a claim can't be falsified, that's a bad thing. That means you're making a claim that is beyond any possibility of verification. That absolutely is not what you want as a proof of the Torah. You want a claim that can be falsified. That means you have the ability to test the claim. If it survives the tests, then it's a strong claim. If there are no possible tests, then it's worthless. As far as the gathering of 3 million people, that is just part of the story. And we have no evidence from the Bible or anywhere else that anyone passed such a tradition on to their children. It seems like this tradition of Sinai revelation appeared sometime during or after the Babylonian exile.
And there's also the simple reality that such a brilliant creator who put such forethought and such care into creating a world obviously had a reason for it and wouldn't leave mankind without the reason.
Well, before you go there, you have to prove that there was a creator and he did put care into his creation and all that stuff. But what you just said can be used as a proof for any religion. I think you must realize that.
But if you ask me, after all said and done, how do I know it's true? The answer is I know it's true because it's as true is.
What does that mean? True means that something corresponds to reality in a certain way. How do you know that without checking it against reality in some way? I mean, I wasn't expecting you to actually prove anything, despite the title of the video, but now aren't you just talking about blind faith or something like that rather than evidence or logic?
It's not something I have to think about, dwell upon, bring proofs to.
Really? The title of the video is Proof the Torah is True. I think if you're going to have a video titled Proof the Torah is True, you kind of do need to bring proof of something.
I don't have to be proven that this object is solid and real. If you hit me over the head with a rock, I don't have to debate whether it was a rock or not a rock.
Well, if you're going to sue somebody in a court of law, you probably do need to bring evidence whether it was a rock or a hammer or something else. That's why we have the concept of evidence, to figure out what actually happened. That's why when you say you're going to prove the Torah is true, I expect some evidence rather than just your imagination.
There are certain realities within the heart of every Jew is a knowledge that God created the world and God has a purpose in that creation.
So basically, you are telling me that you and lots of other Jews have some imaginings about God and what He does and what He wants. Okay, but that's not proof of anything at all, and I'll remind you that billions of Christians and Muslims also have some imaginings about what God is and wants and does. And if you want to convince anyone of anything, you're going to have to do better than I just feel it in my heart, because they feel stuff in their hearts too. Bad apologetic.